I haven't really done a pickups video in a while, but I figured now, especially in the past week, I think I want to show things off again. Definitely, there's a lot of fun stuff that I have to show, definitely. So in the past week, my partner from the UK came over and we went around my city, and we also went to Disney Springs. So I just wanted to show off like the things that I've managed to pick up in the past week, or just really anything, you know. Usually how my other pickup videos go is I have a bunch of random things to share. It's not just like one kind of thing. This could be toys, DVDs, what have you. But yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna get into it, like right into it. It's not gonna have like any, rhyme or reason. I'm just gonna show things one after the other, and maybe you'll see something pretty neat. So actually, one of the first things that I want to show off is definitely this new Samus Aran figurine from Jakks Pacific. I think they've made other ones in the past, but this one is the one that just came out. I actually just I didn't even realize that this was out. Someone on Twitter was just like, "Hey, look at this Samus figure I found in Walmart of all places." And I was like, "Ooh!" And then I realized that they have other ones as well, and I'll show you actually. But yeah, I got this Samus one that was pretty neat. And then also in the same time was also this Zelda figure, and I do have the link that's shown on the back here. I do have him; he's up on the wall already. I got the link first because the link was the only one that my Walmart had at the time, and then I kept coming back and back over and over again, hoping that they would restock, and finally they did. So I managed to get my hands on the Samus and the Zelda. But yeah, the Zelda's really cool. I love this iteration of Zelda so much. So hell yeah, it's really nice to have those finally. I'm very excited. And when my partner came over, he actually found oops, hit the tripod. But he actually found this in the UK, and it's an Amy figure. It's a buildable figure, and you pretty much just choose whatever arms you want, and she can have a cool pose, and her head is on a ball joint, so you can have her looking in any direction that you want, and all that good stuff. There's other ones in the series as well. There's all the characters that you'd want. You got Shadow and Tails and Sonic, of course, and Knuckles, and I actually do have the Sonic and the Tails. Here's the Tails real quick. And Sonic. I love that emerald that Sonic has. I don't know. I feel like Knuckles is always the one that's holding, or Knuckles or Shadow, that's always the ones that are holding the emerald. I want Sonic to hold the emerald more. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, having that Amy is really cool. Now all I need to get is Shadow and Knuckles. They were only in the UK for a while, last I checked, but I'm not the super I'm not the crazy, always correct encyclopedia for Sonic merchandise, so I think now you can get those figures on US Amazon, so that's something. Keeping on the trend of Sonic figures, but some new hangers got released. These new little keychain dudes. They actually look really good, because the thing about these figures like this, especially in the US, is that they never look good, in my opinion. Like Western figures in this format, anime or video games, they just never look good, but these look good. I have Amy here. Amy was actually the first one that I pulled, and I love getting because Amy is usually whenever you get a Sonic blind bag, or usually whenever I get one, it's maybe if they're Sonic or Eggman or something. But Amy is a really cool character to get first try. And I love this heart that she's doing. It's really cute. And then I got Tails. Really cute Tails. This is really good. These are really good. I'm really happy with how these look and everything. I got those at Hot Topic. And I got this guy at GameStop, and this is the Metal Sonic one, which makes me really happy, because Metal Sonic is a character that I love to collect for. I have little just Metal Sonic area dedicated to him. I want to figure out if there's a way that I can actually hang him up nearby those guys. So yeah, definitely really cool Metal Sonic figure. I love that he was included in the set. But what was weird to me is that, like, I don't know, Metal Sonic, he's like really cool and shiny, right? You'd think that he'd be like the one in like the blind bag set to be like, oh, rare, like this is like the rare figure, like him or like Supersonic or like maybe Eggman. But no, it's actually like in that set, it's actually Shadow that's like the rare one. So I don't know, man. So I got those three, and you know what? I'm happy with those three. Honestly, knowing my luck, if I got any more, I would get like a double at this rate. Another really cute little guy that I want to show off is this Crash Bandicoot plush. My partner was like video calling and while he was shopping, and he came across this Crash Bandicoot, and he was like, "Oh my god, I love him. Do you want him?" And I was like, "Yes," and I gave him the money for it. And when he came over, he gave me that Amy figure, and then he gave me this guy. So it's really cute, really silly looking little Crash Bandicoot plush. So I don't know if this is like available in America. I don't know, maybe, but he got this in the UK. So this guy's from the UK. So yeah, he's really cute, really cute little silly looking plush. I love him. So one day we actually went to the my town's local mall, and my mall has a store called Box Lunch. And if you know anything about Box Lunch, they have like all kinds of different things, mostly Disney stuff. They sell like accessories and clothing and like purses and handbags. But we found this Sonic pin in there, and I didn't even know this even existed. So, you know, the thing about Sonic nowadays is that he's kind of entered the mainstream, so there's all this merchandise that's just out now, and I can barely keep up, but, you know. Anyway, so that's finding the Sonic pin in there is pretty cool, and it's nice to have like a nice Sonic pin, you know. I hope that there's like others like this, like others in like a set or whatever, but anyway, I know there's like millions of Sonic pins nowadays, but you know, it's pretty cool to find one in the wild, so we just picked them up, and yeah, so there's a really cool Sonic pin. Speaking of the mall, they have like this new thing where they have like gacha machines in like this little kiosk in the mall, and you can like put like money in, and they'll give you like special tokens where you can like put it in the gacha machines, and you can get like a little toy. And there's these like little like My Hero Academia ones, and this is like one that I managed to get my hands on. But yeah, it's a little Takayami figure. I'm actually really happy with Takayami because he's one of my favorite. He's like one of the coolest characters like in the show, definitely. And I actually got another one. I actually got another one because I couldn't help myself, because it was really a really like interesting experience. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get another one. But yeah, I went to the other set that they had, and this was the like little Deku in the set. I just recently got back into My Hero Academia. Read the manga. I caught up on the manga, and so yeah, I was like, well, a neat little experience for, you know, in the mall. May as well. Real quick for fun, let's just go over these little Animal Crossing cards that I got. Actually, you know what? I want to do this one last. But yeah, I got a pack of Series 5, and this is Series 3 I got like one Series 5 and one Series 3. Or, I'm sorry, I got one Series 5 and two Series 3. So this is the special card. So we got Tom Nook. Got Barbara. Got Astrid. So got Diva. We got Spork. We got Paula. And there we go. There's that pack. And then the other set 3 that I got. All the special ones are in front, I'm sorry, but there's Dawn, which is really funny because I actually have a Rossetti card. It's got Francine. Got Tabby, which I was really happy about. I know Tabby is like the one of the ugly villagers, but I love her. So I got Tabby. Here we got Curly. We got Sky. Got Mary. And there we go, there's that pack. And now the really funny one, I think it's funny anyway, was the Series 5 one. Because I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I got Raymond? Wouldn't it be so funny if I got Raymond? Sorry, I can't pronounce her name, but I think her name is Eon. I don't know, man. Someone can tell me in the comments. But yeah, I love her. She's like one of the newer villagers. I love her tail. I love her design. It's really cool. And there's Nico, which is from the Happy Home Academy DLC from New Horizons. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I got Raymond. I was I seriously said it as a joke, and I just like pulled Raymond just like straight up. And there's Faith. There's Zoe. And Sasha. And there we go. So that was a pretty cool experience. I was just, you know, whenever I find those Animal Crossing cards, I always pick them up because I like collecting them, and I don't know, it's just fun to see what you get. There's so many of them, you know. That's really fun to experience. Here's a little, keep going with the Sonic merchandise. Here's a little Vector diecast car. I think it's a really cool character to make into one of these kinds of things. Just like, you know, usually whenever there's like a new line of Sonic merchandise out, you know, it's just like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Eggman, maybe Shadow, maybe Amy. Vector is a cool character to make, so I'm really happy that they made a little piece of Vector merchandise. I don't know. There's also a silver one, Silver the Hedgehog one, and I got the silver one. I own the silver one, I think. But yeah, I think also Sonic has like a new car, like a different car. That's pretty neat. But I just wanted the Vector, so I got a Vector. I found him in a Target. I was like, yeah, oh yeah, I was looking for him. Really excited about that. So real quick, let's just go over some of the pieces of like DVDs that I actually managed to find. Just real quick, like the last video I made was about DVDs, so I figured may as well, you know, show off some new DVDs and Blu-rays that I got. So we're going to start off with the Blu-rays first. Got Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs on Blu-ray. I found this in the Big Lots that near the hotel that me and my partner were staying in. Yeah, I'm always after cheap Blu-rays. And my goal is to get a Blu-ray of every childhood movie that I remember as a kid, and this is one of them. So that's pretty neat. I just cheap little Blu-ray, you know, may as well. Got Howl's Moving Castle, which I guess could count for like you know, childhood movies to get on Blu-ray. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Ghibli movies. It's definitely Howl's Moving Castle. So it's pretty nice to get it, and a nice slipcover as well. Got Smurfs Lost Village. I've actually never seen this movie, but I'm a sucker for animated movies, and you know, this is the one. This is the Smurfs movies that came out in like 2017, I think. And it was fully animated, so you know, I found it in that Big Lots for cheap. So I was like, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna watch it eventually. So why not just have it on physical copy? The Great Mouse Detective. Believe it or not, I've actually never seen this movie either, but I've always wanted to. And it actually reminds me of my favorite anime, Sherlock Hound. So, yeah, and I actually saved that sticker, so it doesn't have the shrink wrap on it, but I saved that sticker because I thought it was funny. I actually think I found this in, like, oh, you can get that if you want, I really don't care, but I found this in a FYE in my mall in my town. So I think that this isn't really like it was brand new, but I don't think this is like a recently released Blu-ray or anything. So yeah, I'm just happy to get that, I guess. Detective Pikachu, another movie I haven't seen. I literally just like buy Blu-rays of movies that like I want to see but haven't seen yet. But yeah, just because I'm, you know, that's just my collector brain, I guess. But yeah, Detective Pikachu, pretty cool, pretty nice. I found this in the FYE that I was talking about. This is season 1 of Dr. Katz, Professional Therapist. I love adult animation, especially obscure adult animation. I don't know if this counts as like obscure, but it's a pretty interesting piece of history. It has a really interesting art style, and it's like improv. It's like has like really natural flow of dialogue. So it's, you know, really interesting watch. So this is like season 1, and I found this actually in the Salvation Army that was next door to that Big Lots, and it was for like $2. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get this. So yeah, pretty cool pickup. This one you're gonna be like, why? But I just found this thing in the Big Lots. It's American Dad Volume 5. It's like older American Dad from like 2008, 2006 or something. I forget what date was on this. Yeah, it was like 2008, 2009. You can see that right there. But yeah, just American Dad, because we honestly spent a lot of time watching American Dad when my partner was over. So I had like American Dad in the brain. I was like, I remember seeing that American Dad DVD in Big Lots. Just fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. This is another DVD I found at Big Lots. That was Tom and Jerry kids show, the complete season 1, which I love Tom and Jerry, and I keep forgetting that the kids show even exists. So I got the complete season 1. So it's pretty nice, pretty cool, pretty cute little DVD to get. Now this is John Callahan's quads. So if you don't really know, John Callahan is a pretty interesting person. Yeah, so this guy, he got like into a really bad accident, and he was an alcoholic, and he got paralyzed pretty much, and he couldn't even use his hands, but he still drew comics and stuff with just like without gripping the pencil. But I honestly recommend like looking his story up and looking up documentaries and stuff and checking out his content, because he made this cartoon, which is a cartoon for adults. He also made Pelswick, which is like a kid's cartoon. Yeah, I found this DVD in the FYE, and I was like, what a weird DVD to find in an FYE, so I got it, so, why not? It's really interesting content. I love collecting weird cartoons, weird adult cartoons especially. So this is a bag from Barnes & Noble. We went to Barnes & Noble real quick. And I went and picked up some Splatoon mangas, which is volume 15 and 16, which I didn't even know 16 wasn't even out yet. So just quickly got those, because, So then also, while we were in the couple GameStops that we went to, I actually found some Five Nights at Freddy's figurines, which I can't help but I love Security Breach as much as the next guy. So I remember that they had Security Breach figurines made. And so here's Montgomery Gator. I think Monty is like my favorite animatronic. So I found Monty in one of the GameStops, and then another GameStop they actually had so many more of the figurines. So I got Glamrock Freddy, which is actually the last one that I wanted. So that's pretty cool. I have a couple Five Nights at Freddy's figures. So yeah, I think I also have the Vanny right there. I bought the Vanny a while back as well, and then I couldn't help myself, and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna get Roxy as well. I'm gonna get Roxanne Wolf as well. So I couldn't help myself there. I was like, screw it, just may as well get her while she's here. So yeah. Another really silly thing that I want to mention definitely is this like bootleg Nintendo Entertainment System that we found in our mall. My mall has like a toy shop that's just filled with bootlegs, Among Us, Poppy Playtime, Sonic, Mario, what have you, they have like Among Us Poppets and all of that stuff, what I'm talking about. But yeah, I found this like, they have it set up with like one of these systems hooked up to a TV, where you can like try it out and play it, and it was pretty insane. And on the sign next to it, it said, oh, was $60, now it's $30, and I was like, it's mine, I'm buying it. And you can see in the corner here, it says contains Super Mario, Contra, and Riki Kunio series, TMNT series, ETE games list. You don't have to game card, download. Game handle of plug and play. Right. Mini Game Anniversary Edition Entertainment System. Built-in 620 classic games. Yeah, there's not 620 games on this thing, so there's probably like half of that. But still, it's like a grab bag full of shit, full of garbage, for $30. What a deal. I couldn't pass that up. I couldn't really pass that up. But this system is actually hooked up to my TV right now because I love going through it. Because it's so funny. But this is what the controller looks like. But I think these are like turbo buttons, like the ones on top. But yeah, they're pretty. I mean, they feel like fine. They work fine. But it's a really funny little thing that we found that I had to get. I was like, all right, well, if it was $60 and it's not like half the price, and I kind of have to now. So yeah. So in Disney Springs, I'm going to get through this done really quick. Usually whenever I go to Disney Springs, I only ever go to Disney Springs nowadays because it's free to get in, and there's like really nothing, it's just shops and stuff. Pretty neat little shops that they have there. But they have, they also sell like, obviously the, you can find the merch that you could in one of the parks, and just get it there, you know. So I usually collect pins. So here is one of the pins that I got, which is Kingdom Hearts Mickey. I am not a Kingdom Hearts fan, but I can't help it. When I did see a lot of Kingdom Hearts merchandise when I was a kid, and I did get my hands on it, so it is kind of part of my upbringing. So I can't help it when when freaking Disney is selling Kingdom Hearts merchandise, you kind of, you know, I can't help myself. I gotta get it. So here's a King Mickey pin that I found. It's gonna add to my collection of Disney pins, which I have a lot of, being a Floridian and being near Orlando and all. And here's a Kim Possible pin, which is really neat, because you can flip this over and you can see, there she is. And that's a little magnet right there, so it's really neat. They also had a couple, like, Phineas and Ferb and Recess pins, which are pretty neat, really cool to see. And then one of my favorite Disney Afternoon cartoon is probably Tailspin. So they had to pin a Tailspin, and I couldn't help myself there. My favorite Disney property is probably a Goofy movie. And they didn't really have any Goofy movie stuff, so I was kind of bummed about that, because I was like, I only ever want to buy Goofy movie merch. Because if they had like a funny pin there, then I would have gotten it, but you know. So now I'm fully caught up on the Splatoon manga again. I didn't realize that Disney Springs had this. I mean, it might be a new edition, I could be wrong, but they have a M&M store. So we did go in there, and of course they have like a wall of candy, so we got some M&M's candy, every flavor and color imaginable, but they also have a lot of merchandise. It's mostly just like, you know, throw blankets and pillows and mugs and t-shirts and purses and what have you, and I don't really want that stuff. I wanted like figures, but all of the stuff that I wanted to buy was actually in the checkout line. So this is one thing that I found. The orange M&M is my favorite, so I saw this and I was like, well, he's the closest I'm going to get to a figure, so I may as well get him. And also, they also have, let me just get these together really quick. But they also had a collector set of all of the characters as pins. So here's the green M&M. Here's the red M&M. Here's the yellow M&M. J.K. Simmons. Here's the brown M&M. Here is the orange M&M. And here is the blue M&M. Pretty cool little set of pins. I'm really happy about that. Both of those things were in the checkout line, and so I was like, man, of course the things that I want are in the checkout line. So this thing I want to share real quick, actually, I'm just going to get it out of the way because it's interesting to me, but I found this in a Walmart, and it's a toy capsule collection, Ren and Stimpy edition, and what this is it's a bunch of like capsules that have like Ren and Stimpy merchandise in it. Let me just open like literally like just like each one, and this is like $10, and see they have like a little Ren and Stimpy like themed like capsules, and they each have something in it, and this is just like a sticker. It's the horse, it's Mr. Horse in just like a full capsule, and then you just open each one and you're just like, oh, what do I get? Oh, it's a powdered toast man keychain. Okay. And then you keep going. This is a pin of vlog. Yeah, it keeps going like that, and honestly, I just bought this just for the experience. This is a really weird Ren keychain. Honestly, the stuff that you get in there, they have this of other franchises and properties as well. This is a Stimpy magnet. Really cheap little Stimpy magnet. But yeah, it's like, I hate to say it's not worth it, but I don't know, it's like, and this is a Ren and Stimpy patch that I'm never going to use because I never really use patches. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but, you know, again, I literally just bought this for the experience, because And this is like a shoelace. It doesn't even really have like rings to be on them. It just has like a night sky, scene with sparkling stars and stuff. The last two. This one is an eraser. An eraser of Ren and Stimpy. And then the last one has a wristband. You see Ren and Stimpy right there. Yeah, and they have like that same like, well, not really, but you know. But yeah, it's really weird little thing that I found at Walmart. I don't know. I bought it because I just wanted the experience. It was like $10, and you can see this bag is like really like been through some shit. Like this thing has just been. I wouldn't be surprised if this has been like sitting around their thing for like years, not years, but just like people kept looking at it like tossing it aside, you know. But yeah, I just bought it because I was like, what the hell is this? And I learned what it is. So yeah, I don't know if you see these around. Just know that the stuff you're gonna get is like really cheap and flimsy, and you know. You're just gonna find like stickers and like shoelaces and keychains and magnets and whatever, and it's just like they play it off as like, ooh, collectibles, you know. It's like whatever. One of those is gonna you know contain like something like it's like a piece of paper, you know. It's like, come on. So the last thing I actually want to talk about is a new. I don't even know, it's like a new phenomenon now where things are being found at Five Below, which is a store of stuff. So I'm gonna go through stuff that I actually managed to find at Five Below. So when I first started hearing about Five Below was when these Sonic Bendy figures started to come out. So there's like a brand new set of Bendy figures, and here's Sonic right here. He looks silly. This is silly. And then also I managed to get my hands on Tails. They have a Tails. And then there's also Knuckles. So yeah, these like silly little Bendy figures, right? And also what they started recently, like this is like just recently, as when I record this video, is these little keychains right here. They have Sonic, and they also have Tails. So you can find those at Five Below if you're a crazy Sonic collector like I am. But believe it or not, so you could have gotten these at Five Below, but really funny thing is, I got these at Cracker Barrel, of all places. I found those Bendy figures at Cracker Barrel. So, when we were in my town's town center, they actually had a Five Below in there, and I wanted to go into it, but the only Sonic thing that I found were like the Jack Pacific toys that I already had, and this guy. They didn't even have the Sonic one, but yeah, I was looking for those Bendy figures, and then when we went to Cracker Barrel to go eat, of course, whenever you're in a Cracker Barrel, you have to go in the gift shop as well. I mean, it's part of the experience. You have to go in there. I found these Sonic Bendham figures, and I was like, no way, these are literally the things that I was looking for in Five Below. So I didn't get Eggman, but you know, it's not really a big deal. But yeah, so anyway, so that was basically everything that I wanted to show today. It was fun recording a video again, definitely. Like a video like this again. It was fun showing everything. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Maybe you found something new to look out for or collect. And I hope you have a good day. See ya.